Rather than repeatedly moving back to the inspect list to move through the property, we've built navigation gestures into the notepad where you enter text. During your initial inspections, swiping left moves you to the next item in the property, while swiping right moves you back to the previous item. You can also swipe up to go to the overview of the next area, or swipe down to go to the overview of the previous area. This unfortunately doesn't work particularly well if you've got a lot of text in the notepad, as the app recognises the gesture as a scroll, but it can be very useful during routine inspections where you focus on the area overviews. Obviously, selecting a specific area or item will be much more quickly achieved by going back to the inspect list. When you get to the end of the property and try to swipe left or up, the app will let you know that you've reached the end and ask you if you want to add a new area or a new item. This is a much faster way of constructing your initial report than using the new area and new item buttons on the inspect list. During routine inspections, swiping left or right will move either to the next item you've commented on, the next item which will be auto-completed, i.e. items with a red house symbol in the inspect list, or the next area's overview item. This allows you to quickly complete routine inspections. However, if you want to comment on an item which doesn't meet these criteria, you'll need to go back to the inspect list and select the item specifically. The final part of the basic tutorials relates to the extremely powerful inspection history, which works in a number of ways. Once you've completed an inspection for a property, future inspections become much easier. On entering the inspect list, you'll see the full structure of the property in the order you will use to inspect it. However, the house icons will either be grey or red. The grey houses are deemed to be not relevant to the current inspection. The red houses contain information which will be used to automatically complete the report when you tap the Finalise Report button on the report cover screen. You can still comment manually on a grey house item, it just won't automatically be used to finish the report off. Which items are grey and which are red will be covered in the different inspection type tutorials when you are ready to undertake a subsequent inspection. To give you a quick idea, a subsequent ingoing or outgoing inspection will be mostly red, as almost everything should be included in the report, while a subsequent routine inspection will be mostly grey, with primarily the area overviews in red. Selecting one of the red items and tapping Comment takes us into the report item screen as before, but there are some key differences. The first and most obvious is that there is some red text in the comment notepad. These are the comments that are used by the Finalise Report button to generate the final report, in the event that you decide not to change them. In fact, you cannot change the comments while they are red, but can scroll them if they are very long. If you want to change the comments, you have three options represented by the three buttons on the right of the notepad. The top button indicates that the red comments are almost correct, but that you need to make some changes. Tapping on it will make the text black and give you full control to edit as necessary. If the red comments aren't correct and you want to start from scratch, then tap on the Phrasestorm button. This will take you into Phrasestorm with a clear notepad so you can describe what you're seeing. The third option, represented by the clock button, is a comprehensive history for this item. Tapping on it takes you into the inspection list. This is a list of comments made about the current item going back into the past. There are three components to each piece of history. The heading indicates the type of inspection that was being undertaken and its date. The notepad contains the comments. Particularly long comments may be limited in height in the list but can be scrolled. The speech bubble on the right will replace the red text with the relevant historic comment. Once you are editing a comment for an item, you can still go into the history list, but tapping on the speech bubble will add the historic comment to the end of the current comment instead of replacing it. You can also select text within a particular comment using the standard iPhone text selection gestures, and this will allow you to copy and paste part of your comment into the current report. The final and possibly most powerful history option involves photos. Below the current photos you will see a list of all the previous photos which have been taken for the current item with the date of the inspection they were attached to. Tapping on a photo will show you the photo with any tags that you have added and all of the text. At the bottom you'll have the option of updating the photo. Tapping the Update Photo button overlays the previous image on the viewfinder while you take the photo, allowing you to perfectly align the new image with the old. Once you've taken the photo editing screen is almost the same, however there is an additional Past Photo button in the top right corner. This will show you the previous photo that this photo updated. Tapping Done will take you back to the image editing screen. If you are reviewing the red autocomplete text when you decide to add or update a photo, then that text is added as the current comment for you. If you wish to change the comments considerably, then change them before adding any photos. You've now finished all of the basic inspection tutorials. The final tutorial option for inspections will change depending on which inspection you are undertaking and how much history you have available for the current property. Anytime you're not sure what to do and want a quick rundown on the inspection process, you can always check the final tutorial.